This is Claire from Claire's Adventures. Today I'm here to show you my Scotch bonnet peppers and what's going on in the garden. I am outside this morning in my garden picking, finding things to pick. Here's some of my peppers. I'm going to show you those. But I did a video and I didn't talk on it because the men were doing the yard out here, not our yard but other yard, all day they go off. So I just gonna do a voiceover on that and and show you what's going on in my yard, in my garden. Okay. I featured the peppers and I went around the yard showing you everything. All right, so look out. So as you can see, those are some of the peppers that I've been picking, the Scotch bonnet peppers, and some of them are so big. Those green ones, as you can see, there are some that fell off the tree, and you have to pick them up, and they fit, most of them, and they'll ripe. If they don't ripe, I don't put them in my sauce. I'm saving up peppers for my sauce. So here's the sauce. I sell sauce on Etsy, make sauce and pepper flakes and everything. And these are Scotch bonnet peppers, all Scotch bonnet peppers that I sell the sauce, sell flakes and everything. So the ones I had ran out. Some people order 6, some people order 4. Okay, and I have lots of reorder and get good feedback on them. So it ran out and I needed more sauce. So trying to gather enough peppers. And I do have enough now to make another batch of sauce. So coming up, you'll see the pepper. Yeah. So, the sun has been so bad on these peppers. This is about 11 o'clock and look how the leaves are just hanging down. They're not sprightly and looking as nice. In the early morning when you go out there, they plump and look up and so on. And I'm sure all of you are having the same problem. This is the hottest July ever. The hottest July ever. If you never heard it, it's on the news, been on the news. Even my granddaughter Chloe has been talking about it. The hottest summer ever. Hottest July ever. So, wonder the plants survive, much less. Anyway, in the evenings they look better. Sometimes in the daytime I come right out here and water them. Pour water over them. Put on my broad hat that you see me have on there and come out here and water them. I'm so sorry for these plants. And everything is suffering from the sun. But anyway, they're bearing, thank God. We gotta thank God for every little thing, bad or good. We can't decide. But the peppers are doing good. Some of them have on. Funny, most of them were planted at the same time, and some have on peppers. Some are just blossoming. And I'm sure you might have the same situation. Some of them just blossoming. Some of them have on peppers and it's ripening up already. And some are not. Peppers are terrible. Sometimes you plant the seed, sow the seed, and some of them come up, and 2 weeks after you see some more come up. That's how pepper is, especially for me, Scotch bonnet. But other hot peppers are the same. So, yeah, I have a little patch here. I had to fence it around from the deers, and the rabbits were giving me a hard time. They weren't actually getting up to the peppers, but anything low down, like kale or any peas or anything, they've been eating them like crazy. They've also been eating like any peas and stuff like that. Anyway, this one here, you see the leaf, it's different. This is a cayenne. Jamaicans say cayenne. Cayenne, or whatever they call it. But, it's a cayenne pepper. And I tasted one the other day. I had the first ripe one, and it's hot. So, one time I used to think they're not hot, but they're hot. And it's red. So, I'll get quite a bit from this tree. Cayenne pepper. Right? Cayenne. Anyway. Cayenne, whatever it is, it's a hot enough pepper. Not very hot, but it's hot enough. And some people use it for all kind of stuff. They say if you're getting a heart attack, you can put it under your tongue. Anyway, this here is my 6-month gungu. It did bear in 6 months. Planted it January, bearing within 6 months. and the sun is so hot on it. Anyway, I've been having pods without any seeds inside of it. Some of them dry, and no one seed, no seed. Went and did a search on Google, and it says that because of the sun, because when the sun is very hot, and this are things that's written a long time ago, so they would know that this year the sun was gonna be so hot. But when the sun is very hot, some legumes will not bear. They put out pods, and there's nothing inside of them. I hope that's not happening to you, but if it is, now you know why. And I have more pepper on the other side. This is on the other side of the garden, and some of these are ripening up too. See them? Good size, and they're really nice, and lots of peppers, and it's still blossoming. With all the leaves hanging down and looking droopy, it's still blossoming. There's lots of blossoms. Hopefully they'll keep on and keep getting plants from it. Sorry, getting pods. Getting pepper pods from it. I hope your peppers are for those of you who bought pepper plants and seeds, I hope your peppers are doing good. So I got cucumber around the yard. I got peas and beans and all kind of other stuff. This cucumber tree I've on about 3, and it's running up on a post that I put, a metal post that I put for the hummingbird feeding. But it's blossoming, and it has a few, and I picked a few already. I have a few of them around the yard. And this one is called Market More. I specifically bought it because I saw this man have Market More cucumber on YouTube, and he said the leaves don't get dry up like some of them, and they last for a long time. They don't dry up. Cucumber have a way to dry up after it bear a few. It just start drying up from the bottom, come up. But see, this bear, like, I think I picked like 3 off of here already, and I see 3 on here, even that young one I was showing you, and it's still doing good. So I'm planting those. This is cowpeas. Every year I have cowpeas. See? And they're drying already, and I've been picking them quite a bit and putting them to dry. I generally don't eat them. I am saving seeds. You got to save your seeds, folks. If you don't save seed, you won't have things for next year. Where you plant this year, you got to save seed from it. And next year, there won't be any. But the cowpeas has been doing pretty good. And every day I go out there, there's cowpeas to pick. Once I start drying off like that, the one you saw before looking yellow, I pick them. See some of them here that I've been picking. And I have black cowpeas and Jamaican brown cowpeas. The black cowpeas came from Puerto Rico. Yeah, this is another one of those posts for the bird feeder, and there is I put cucumber on it, and I also have a couple patches of pumpkin. Should have a few pumpkin this year, with God's willing. Quite a bit of pumpkin patch around the yard, and so far I've eaten 4. I eat 4 pumpkin, but they're small. Anyway, got sunflowers, and I have a pumpkin video coming up, so it's gonna come up after this. Maybe I'll upload it this evening or tomorrow. I'm pollinating the pumpkins, because first, last year I missed quite a few pollination, and the pumpkin dry up. If you don't pollinate your pumpkin, they might not come. Anyway, these are the sunflowers, and they're so big up in the air. They're like double or 3 times my size, my little short size. They're huge, giant sunflowers, and they come in many colors. This is the second year I'm growing these giant sunflowers, and they have all kind of orange, yellow. Some of them is kind of dark. Some of them have 3 colors. This is of course the chocho. Chocho tree is still bearing. I did a video about the chocho before. If you didn't see it, you can go back and look at it. Chocho tree still bearing, but the sun is giving it a warm time. Really a warm time. I also have okra. If the deers would leave them alone, because every day you look, the deers at night, they come and eat it off. That's why I fence around that little area, but they still take the long neck and get over it. Tomatoes, got lots of tomatoes. I got this purple one at these little purple tomato at Coles. I went there to buy some stuff. I saw it and I pick up the plant. And man, this thing bear it so till. Man, I want so much tomatoes. And I've been picking them and it's still bearing. I think this is an what they call it, indeterminate tomato tree, because it just keep going up. I keep breaking off the top and it still want to go higher. But anyway, they're really pretty. They have lots of different colors. When they're ready to ripe, they turn kind of, yeah. So there's a lot more tomato. I've been picking tomatoes. I think I have 3 different tomatoes. Can't remember all the names now. I think I have Mana Lucy. I have that purple looking one. And so these are some of the smaller. And I have another smaller tomato also. Just tomatis. Jamaican say tomatis. We have a name for everything and change it up. It go. Yeah, these are chochos that I picked already. And I also reaped quite a few zucchinis. Quite a bit. When I came back from New York, I went to New York and come back. And the zucchini had gotten so big. Lots of flowers around the yard to encourage the bees. Yeah, the sunflowers are in their glory. Cannot say enough about them. They're all around. I have them in the front, I have them on the side, I have them on the other side and in the back. So I collected some seeds last year and I have them. Look, the bees love them. Look at the bees on them. Yeah, I collected the seeds. I have them, some of them outside drying, collecting seeds now. To collect seeds. So once they dry, you get to collect the seeds off of them. This is the Rose of Sharon. And I have a pot out here with it and it's blooming profusely. And there it is. And it has lots of seed pods on it. Once it blooms, seed pods form. So I'll have more seed pods from my Rose of Sharon. And in case you don't know about this is a hibiscus that I found in the bushes over beyond the yard. And I went over there and cut it and I stick them in water. And, I have now about 5 plants around the yard, if not more. And, I'm coming up with another video. Maybe later I'll upload it about my pumpkins. I've been pollinating them. And this is a nice one. So look out for that video. All right. Thanks for watching. And I appreciate you hanging on. All right.